All right, good morning, you guys. I wanted to go over your directions for science this week because it looks a little bit different. So, you guys have done stations like this before for me or in class. We not very often we haven't done them, but I made them so that they could be all online. So, we're going to take the stations and do them online. So, you guys have a Google form. So, you're going to use a link in the form that I provided you in this station lab. So you'll see where it says an answer sheet, Google form. On the top of your Google form, you're going to enter your email address and name. You don't need to choose your class. I'm going to cross that out because I deleted that one because I didn't tell your class by your name. It'd be different if we were like in the with Miss McNeil's classes and there's a whole bunch of you guys, but there's only two of you, two classes. So you're going to look at the file for the questions and answer them on the form. Make sure that you're answering each station in the correct answer section of your form. So your answer key is your answer sheet is your Google form. Your stations I put in as a PDF. So you can either print out your stations or you could just look at them online. You don't have to print them out. Sometimes you may need to upload a photo because if you do illustrate it, you're going to have to draw and then take a picture of it with your phone. So you can take a picture of it with your phone, webcam, or scanner. Click Add File and browse to the picture you have saved. So let's see. On the illustrated one, I'm going to make this a little closer. Illustrated one, it says, for this station, take a picture of your picture that you drew. And then there's this button that says Add File. So you would click Add File, and then you can search for your picture that you took of on your phone. And you can get access to this right on your phone too. Then you're going to hit the Submit button at the bottom of the form. You can submit without completing the form. So every day, because we're going to work on this for the next 4 days, every day when you're done with it, you're going to hit Submit. Because if you don't hit Submit and you stop working on the form, you're going to lose all of your answers. So what I'm going to tell you guys to do is you're going to work on your stations. You're going to answer the questions also in your notebook. So in case you, for some reason, forget to hit submit, you could be like, oh, wait, I have my answers in my notebook. So you're going to write your answers in your notebook so that you have a backup. You can edit your answers or return later to complete the stations. Go back to the link your teacher gave you for the form, click it, then click Edit Your Response because it will say to you, you've already responded. So you're going to click Edit Your Response. Right here on the bottom, there'll be a little underlined phrase that says Edit Your Response. You're going to click on that, and then you can edit what you've already given me. And then when you've completed all the stations and you checked your answers, you're going to submit your form for the final time. So that will be on Thursday. You're going to submit it. Now, if you want to do all of your work in the next 2 days and not have any work to do on Wednesday and Thursday, that is perfectly fine. That's why I'm giving it to you ahead of time. So if you want to start your spring break early, you can do all this work today if you wanted, and then you won't have to do any more science. So you're going to submit every single day. So it's like your save button. Submit is your save button. And then when you go back in to add to it, you're going to click on the link again, and it'll say you've already responded, and you're going to say edit your response. And then you can go back in and change things. Okay, so that's your directions for this, and I'm going to give you guys this on a Google Doc so that you can refer back to it. So you're hearing me give you the directions, and you can read the directions yourself. So when you guys open up your the PDF for your stations, it's going to be turned this direction. So you might have to turn your phone or turn your screen or print them out. It is up to you. If you want to print them out, then you just have the paper copy and you don't have to keep on clicking back and forth. That is perfectly fine. So there are 8 different stations, and here are the stations. You have a watch it station, which will give you a video and then ask you some questions about it. You'll have a research station that you'll go to a link that they give you, and you're going to research about weather and then you're going to answer questions about it. You also have an Explore It. I believe there's another link in that one too for you to explore stuff about weather. Then you have a Read It. They're going to give you a piece of text that you're going to read, and then you're going to answer questions about it. Then they have an Illustrate It one. You're going to draw a picture about something that they're asking you about. So it's going to give you directions, but you're going to draw a diagram or a picture. Then you have a Write It one, an Assess It one that's going to give you multiple choice questions, and then Organize It, which you're going to tell what kind of front it is, a warm front, cold front. And it's a little bit different on here. So the Watch It station gives you directions. So you guys have the same thing. I just printed it out so I can talk to you about it. So you have a Watch It station, and then you have these questions here that you're going to answer. And the questions you're going to answer right on the Google form. It will say Watch It number 1, and then you would type in your answer. Watch It number 2, and you would type in your answer. And then you also have a Research one. It gives you directions, and then it has questions for you. Same thing with Explore It. It gives you directions for that station, then it asks you questions. So you're going to need both documents. You're going to need this, either looking at it online or you're going to print it out, and then you'll need your Google form. And then with the Explore It, they also have a map that you're going to read. And then the Read It station, your directions, and then the text that you're going to read, and then the questions, multiple choice questions that you're going to answer about the text. Then the Illustrate It station, you'll need colored pencils and markers, and they're going to ask you to go to this website here for a reference, and then you're going to use colored pencils and draw each of the 4 types of cold fronts, label the fronts, and describe the weather at each front boundary. And you guys have this in your notebook too for reference, but it also gives you one for online. Then your Write It station, here's the directions for it. And then your 3 different things you're going to write about. And then your Assess It station has the directions. They want you to complete these stations first because it's going to give you some information to help you answer the questions. So they want you to do the Read It, Explore It, Watch It, and Research It. And then they're going to give you questions to answer. Then the Organize It one is a little bit different. So when you do Organize one, like in class, you would take this and then you would sort them. So you would sort each one of these things into either cold front, warm front, stationary front, occluded front. So you would sort them all out because these are all mixed up right here. These are not the answer key. So please do not put these in the order that they're in because they're not right. But on the Google form, they have each one of these, and then these are your answer choices. So like for this one, warm air mass catches up to cold air mass and moves over it. So then next to this, it would have 4 buttons for you to click, either cold front, warm front, stationary front, or occluded front. So that one's a little bit different. So you're going to be working on these stations. There are 8 stations. You are going to choose 4 of them to complete. It does not matter which 4. You are going to choose 4 of them to complete. So out of 8 choices, 4 of them. And they need to be completed by Thursday night. So you have all week, 4 days to complete 4 stations. You can either do 1 station each day or do all 4 of them today or all 4 of them by tomorrow, and then you won't have any more science. Okay, so I'm also going to upload the directions in a written form also, and I'm going to send them to your parents so they know what you're supposed to do also. If you have any questions, let me know. Read the directions carefully.